Alrighty boys, welcome back to another step-by-step video. Now to get us started here guys, we are going to be playing Ace. We're going to be attacking the Nighthaven bomb site for command and servers. And a long story short here, what I like to do for this push as my main push that I like doing is I like to open up the connector wall, open up the pillar wall, and then make a push into electrical or into pillar to try to get a default plant. Now, for context for this clip guys, these guys did a very aggressive hold the previous round before this round, and we still ended up winning, but I didn't do so good. So this round I'm keeping more in mind of what they like to do. Now the previous round they will like to play the hallway, and what I do here is instead of immediately going into my push like I did the previous round, is I go ahead and I wait for a swing to come out on my breach before I do anything else. And then right here I kill a mirror on the hop up for connector. And the reason why I know she's there is because that's what they did the previous round. Is the previous round told me that she was going to do that play and just play up on the connector because that's actually how I died the previous round. Is she was up on that hop up and I died to it because I didn't expect someone to play it aggressively off the rip. But I ended up getting the kill that time because I expected it. Now, my teammate does get flanked for main here, so I'm going to go ahead and peek main, look for a refrag. I do end up getting a free frag on the Warden. And now my teammates are pushing IT. They're also pushing electrical here. And so what ends up happening here is that when I go towards electrical, this Valkyrie tries the Nitro, but what ends up happening is since I'm swinging around and he's looking for my teammate on the window, I'm going to go ahead and pick up that kill because she's not expecting me to be challenging her yet. Alrighty guys, so this next clip here is going to be on Oregon. We're attacking, we're in overtime. Now this team was a very, very aggressive team. Like one of those teams that just likes to force gunfights as much as possible. And during this game, they played this top floor bomb site very, very aggressively. So long story short, I know that everything I peek is probably going to have a person on it. Like, minus the spawn peaks here. I'm just coming out of spawn in this position. So all I'm doing here is I'm just checking for the spawn peaks, claymoring, making sure that I deny certain runouts. Like that small tower run out, putting a claymore there, and then I'm putting another claymore on the white window hop out because it's one of those hop outs where they jump out and they're basically in your face, so there's very, very good chance that if it's not claymore, they're probably going to kill you. But long story short, I'm going to open up this doorway right here. I'm going to peek into trophy. They're not really doing much for trophy here, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and use my Thatcher here and go ahead and start ace charging the wall. And what you're going to see here for context is that this guy is actually bandit tricking this wall. And the thing about that is that with bandit tricking this wall, that sends a certain message, okay? It sends a certain message. It tells me that this guy's playing very, very close to the breach, so I know he's here no matter what. So as long as I don't get peeked from somewhere else, I'm going to guarantee a freebie on him. Now, like I said, this is a very aggressive stack, so this shield on attic that I saw when I peeked the breach, I can basically assume that somebody is going to be playing there. So I'm going to go ahead and pre-fire the little pixel angle next to it. And get myself a freebie right there. Now, right here, guys, I want you guys to know there's a Melusi on trophy doorway. So what I'm doing here is, once again, this is a very aggressive team. I'm going to bait the Melusi, get this guy to peek me, and then back out and then kill him right then and there. Because, like I said, very aggressive team. They're going to peek at any type of utility, anything like that. You know what I mean? They're going to peek. So I'm looking for them to be peeking. Now, this next clip here, guys, is going to be one of those Nitro Cell clips again. Now, we are playing Chalet. Now, the idea with this Nitro Cell is that I'm trying to Nitro Cell anybody on the big window. Now, I am playing mute in this example, but that's just because I like playing mute. You could do this with any Nitro Cell operator. It doesn't have to be mute, but I like doing it with mute because it's what I'm the most comfortable with. But long story short here, guys, people always repel up to the master window, especially in any lobbies, honestly, any rank. People love to repel up to the master window. So what I like to do is I like to sit inside a master, rip my Nitro Cell, and then I want them to get comfortable on the big window, and then I like to toss my Nitro Cell in a way where if they're there, they're gonna die to it, and get myself a freebie to start the round. And the thing about the last clip, guys, is that Ram that was on big window, she tossed a Ram through the big window, and she immediately popped her ability. And the reason why I know I'll get a kill right there, popping my Nitro Cell right away towards the window, is because the RAM drone audio is really loud, so she probably won't even hear me tossing or ripping my Nitro Cell and just tossing it right at the window, and that's how I end up getting that kill. Now, this next clip here, we're on Clubhouse. Now, this is kind of a stupid decision making by the enemy team, but long story short, for context, they're going to be using Maverick, and they're going to try to Maverick open the Logi hatch. Now, the thing about Maverick is it doesn't work like that. You know, it takes a little bit of time to pop soft hatches when you use Maverick, so that gives me just enough time to get my Nitro out and kill the guy that is Mavericking the hatch. Now, next up, boys, we are once again on Clubhouse. We're defending the bottom basement bomb site. And long story short, what I like to do for this bomb site is I like to play mannequin and play long angles for the hatch. I like to do it for dirt. Now, in this specific example, I am off site right here because they pushed blue window. And for whatever reason, I was playing very aggressively for lounge at the very beginning of the round. But normally, this isn't what I do. Normally, I'll go over to mannequin and sit on this mirror and just kind of like play there. But right here, all I'm doing right here is I'm just trying to what I'm trying to do is I'm talking to my teammate in game chat to try to get him to rotate towards the main mirror, so that way I can play the long angles here on the mannequin. And long story short, what's going to happen here for context is they're going to do like a mixture of like a dirt push and a kitchen hatch and a main stairs push, okay? Now, what I'm going to do here, guys, is since I do have a castle barricade to my left right here, I'm going to go ahead and start punching it. Now, I punch it 8 times so that way I can prep it. So that way, in case they do a blue push, that way I can just punch the castle and walk right out into them and kill them that way if they do try to make an execute through blue. However, that isn't what's happening. This guy actually tries to put a hard breach charge on the dirt, and he is successful. I don't end up shooting his feet, unluckily. But the thing about it is that when you open up that castle with that much noise, it tells me that you're going to play the pixel angle right away. So I can go ahead and just hop right up and pre-fire him and kill him off the rip. Now, what you're going to see next here is my Womai is going to end up walking back to site here. And what he's going to do is he's going to try to relieve some of the pressure for back arsenal here, because right now our gap is kitchen hatch / dirt. So what he tries to do here is he tries to barricade the dirt doorway. But what's end up going to happen is he's going to start getting wallbanged by a different guy pushing through dirt. But I'm going to go ahead and successfully swing while he dies and get a nice little refrag right there. Now, like I said, they want to do a kitchen hatch push. So what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to, once again, I'm going to be peeking the hatch. I'm going to get a lot of damage off on this, I want to say it was Capital, but long story short, with me shooting up that guy, he's going to now rotate towards main stairs. So what I want to do here is I want to sit here and hold this with my teammate. I'm going to get more shots on him right there, and then I'm going to go ahead and pre-fire across, and that's going to force him to make a decision on what he wants to do, because if I get on this mirror, it's pretty much GG's. Now, he does sprint in, and I actually didn't expect it in the moment. That's why I got lit up. But the last guy is also main. So after I killed the Capital, I know the last guy is main because he's shooting at my teammate. So I'm going to go ahead and swing him and secure the kill right there and secure the round. Alright, so next up here, we have a clip on the top floor defending for Skyscraper. We're defending the top floor for bedroom bomb site. We were just playing vert upstairs to try to hold back their push and not let them do like any vert for site. And long story short, what's going to end up happening here is that this position is actually going to go from a 5v3 to a 3v2. And long story short, I'm going to be alive on the upstairs. However, my teammates are going to start dying around me. So what I decided to do for this guy, for this specific scenario, is instead of playing up here and forcing gunfights up here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start rotating back towards site. You can see my teammate dies behind a bar inside of office. And then what I'm going to do is instead of forcing the gunfights, I'm going to go ahead and start hopping back and going right back into site. Because as long as I go into site here, it's pretty much GG's. See, my teammate dies. And now this gives me a cue, okay? Like, if my teammate died top house, this guy's probably next to the window inside a samurai. So that gives me an idea of where I can potentially random nitro to try to get a free kill. And so I nitro through the floor right there, because I expect that guy to be in that general location since he killed my teammate that was top house. Now, that's going to do it for today's step-by-step video, guys. Now, I tried to center today's video more about, like, learning from previous experiences, but I do really hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know down in the comments any feedback. And once again, guys, make sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!